Imagine for a moment that every drop of alcohol you possess is not just a drink, but a key capable of opening invisible portals to prosperity. What many consider a simple liquor, a bottled spirit, actually holds within its essence an ancient power capable of attracting wealth, opportunities, and good fortune into your life. For centuries, the oldest cultures have passed down secret teachings about how the energy contained in certain everyday elements can be channeled to transform our reality. Among these teachings, alcohol has held a special place, not only as a symbol of celebration, but as an energetic vehicle that, when placed in the right spot, can harmonize the flow of abundance around you. Today, I'm going to reveal three secret places where alcohol doesn't just serve as decoration, but works silently to attract wealth to your home, your business, and your life. Places that have been jealously guarded for generations, passed down from masters to disciples, and which you are now going to discover for the very first time. Prepare yourself to open your eyes to a reality few know, where tradition meets the magic of abundance, and where a simple act, placing a bottle in the right spot, can change the way prosperity flows toward you. This is not just any advice, it is an invitation to connect with an ancient power that is waiting to be awakened. Welcome to a journey that goes beyond the visible, a journey through the secrets that sages and guardians of abundance have protected for centuries. Today, you will discover the three places where alcohol becomes a magnet for wealth, and your life will never be the same. Alcohol, that common liquid in your home, holds a secret that for centuries has been used by sages, shamans, and spiritual guardians to cut envy and release blocked prosperity. And the most surprising part is that its true power is not in the bottle itself, but in how you use it and in the exact places where you apply it. Alcohol, that common liquid in your home, hides a spiritual power that few people know. In shamanic traditions, it has been used as a liquid fire to cut through dense energies and expel dark vibrations. In Santeria, it is sprinkled over sacred objects to purify them and neutralize any negative work. In ancient esoteric rituals, it was mixed with herbs and offered to fire, dissolving all energetic impurities. Why is it so special? Because alcohol has a volatile nature. It touches something and disappears in seconds. And with it, according to ancestral wisdom, it takes away bad vibes, envy, blockages, and everything that slows your abundance. It is like an invisible knife that cuts away what is unnecessary. And this is where something many have felt without knowing how to explain it comes into play. Invisible attacks are those moments when everything suddenly seems to go wrong. Arguments at home without reason, an unshakable heaviness, sadness appearing out of nowhere, or streaks of bad luck right after sharing good news. This doesn't always come from you. Often it's silent envy, negative thoughts, and emotions from others that travel and lodge in your energy. If you don't cut them off in time, these invisible attacks become chains that block your peace, your health, and even your opportunities for prosperity. And here is the key. Alcohol, used with the right intention, can break those attacks and restore lightness and peace to your life. If you've ever suffered this type of invisible sabotage, write in the comments right now. I release all envy and blockages now. Because that simple declaration, written with your own hand, immediately begins to cut away everything that was holding back your energy. And pay close attention, because what comes next is even more important. Alcohol, used with the right intention, doesn't just cut envy, it also opens paths and protects your home. But it's not enough to just have it in your house or spray it randomly. Its true power is only activated in very specific places, energetic corners that function as hidden doors through which envy enters or bad energy stagnates. There are exactly three places inside your home, and when you discover which ones they are, you will understand why so many people feel an immediate change when applying this ritual. Before I reveal them, write in the comments, I want the three places. That simple comment activates your readiness and opens your energy to receive this teaching more powerfully. The first place where you should apply alcohol is the forgotten corners and nooks of your home. Those spaces that are rarely cleaned thoroughly, behind furniture, under beds, or in those dark areas where the air seems stagnant. Why are they so important? Because in those corners, not only physical dust accumulates, but also energetic dust. These are dead zones where energy becomes trapped like stagnant water. Old emotions, remnants of arguments, Unresolved worries and even envy projected by others settle there and linger in your home. Over time, these vibrations become denser and start affecting those who live in the house. They generate fatigue, irritability, and block the natural flow of prosperity. How should you apply it? Take a spray bottle with alcohol and spray each corner, especially those rarely touched by broom or mop. Do it with 3 firm sprays, visualizing how this liquid fire cuts old memories and opens space for the new. You can do it once a week, after an argument, or whenever you feel the house is heavy. Carmen, a woman who wrote to me, said that even though she kept her home spotless, she felt the atmosphere was dense and noticed that her family argued over small things for no reason. She told me, "I don't understand. I clean everything, but my house still feels sad, as if something is draining it." When I asked if she had ever cleaned the corners with alcohol, she answered, surprised, she had never done it. That was the change. Once she began spraying alcohol in the forgotten corners of her home, she almost immediately felt a different lightness. She told me the air seemed renewed, moods improved, and gradually harmony returned. Because when you apply alcohol in those corners, you're not just cleaning a physical space. It's like opening an invisible window through which what is unnecessary escapes. Alcohol acts as a liquid fire that cuts through those stagnant vibrations, and suddenly your home begins to breathe again. And most importantly, when your home breathes, you breathe with it. The lightness you feel is no coincidence. It's your energy being released. It's your field opening to new opportunities and to a peace you haven't felt in a long time. The second place where you should apply alcohol is the main entrance of your home, the door, its frame, and the floor right in front of it. Why is this so important? Because the entrance is the energetic mouth of the home. It's the threshold that connects your inner sanctuary with the outside world. Through it, not only do guests enter, but also intentions, vibrations, and often the envy of those who pass by or wish you harm. Every person who crosses that door leaves a piece of their energy, sometimes light, sometimes heavy. And if it isn't cleansed, all of that sticks in your home. In esoteric tradition, the door is the invisible shield that separates what is yours from what is not. When it is unprotected, negativity enters without obstacles. But when you seal it with alcohol, that energy is cut instantly. It's as if you raise a spiritual wall that blocks the bad and only allows in what resonates in harmony with your abundance. How should you apply it? Moisten a cloth with alcohol and gently wipe the door frame as if drawing a protective circle. Then spray the floor of the entrance with a sprayer, always from outside in, so the negative is cut before entering. You can do this every time you receive guests or at least once a week to keep protection active. To enhance it, you can repeat quietly while cleaning. Only good enters. Only abundance remains. Marta, a woman who has followed us for some time, told me that every time someone visited, after they left, she felt the house become denser, as if the atmosphere suddenly became heavy. Her mood dropped, and she noticed arguments with her husband for no reason. When she began applying alcohol at the entrance, on the door frame and the floor, as I have explained, she wrote to me excitedly, "It's incredible. Now, after every visit, I feel my house is clean, as if nothing bad can enter, and I've even noticed that I sleep better." That is exactly what happens. Alcohol at the entrance works as an invisible guardian. It cuts envy, breaks bad intentions, and transforms your door into a sacred boundary where you decide what enters and what does not. And the most beautiful part is the feeling that remains afterward. A protected home where, when you close the door, you feel that nothing and no one can steal your peace or block your prosperity. Because protecting your entrance is much more than a cleaning gesture. It is a declaration that darkness has no power over you or your loved ones. The third place where you should apply alcohol is the bathroom, especially the toilet and the floor around it. Why? Because the bathroom is the energetic drainage point of the home. It releases what the body no longer needs, and the same happens with energy. Every time you cry, argue, fall ill, or even when someone with negative energy enters your bathroom, that vibration becomes imprinted in the space. If it isn't cut in time, those emotions can recycle and return to you as fatigue, blockages, or even new conflicts. How should you apply it? Take a spray bottle with alcohol and spray around the toilet and the nearby floor, especially near the drains. Do it from top to bottom with 3 circular sprays while mentally or quietly declaring that all negativity leaves and never returns. This simple act seals the bathroom as an exit portal. All dense energy goes away and does not return. Rosa, a woman from our community, told me that after a big argument with her daughter, she would enter the bathroom and feel the atmosphere heavy, almost suffocating. When she decided to apply alcohol, as I just explained, she wrote to me the next day, surprised. Not only did the bathroom feel different, cleaner and fresher, but I also woke up calmer, as if I had left that sorrow there and it didn't return to me. The bathroom can be a hole that absorbs your energy or a door of release and renewal. It all depends on how you use it. When you apply alcohol there, you're not just cleaning a space, you're also cutting the possibility of negative energy returning. The result is a sense of relief, deep rest, and openness because every time you release what is unnecessary, you make space for new things to enter your life. Now you know the three most powerful places to apply alcohol in your home. You've seen that corners accumulate stagnant energy, that the entrance is the gateway through which envy can sneak in, and that the bathroom is the exit portal for everything that is unnecessary. When you protect and cleanse these points, you don't just expel negativity, you also create a new flow of lightness, peace, and abundance that begins to be felt in your daily life. And listen carefully, because what you've discovered so far is already very powerful, but you haven't seen everything yet. There is something you must know before performing the ritual. There are very common mistakes when using alcohol that can completely nullify its power without you realizing it. That's why, before continuing, I want you to write in the comments, I activate my divine protection. That affirmation not only connects you with the force of what you've already learned, but also prepares you to receive the warnings that can make the difference between a successful ritual and one that doesn't work. Before showing you the full alcohol ritual, I need to give you some very important warnings. Because although alcohol is liquid fire and has immense power to cut envy and cleanse energy, if you use it incorrectly, you can nullify its effects, or even attract more density without realizing it. The first warning is, do not use it without a clear intention. Spraying alone is not enough. Your mind must be focused on what you want to cut and release. If you apply it distractedly, the alcohol will only perform a physical cleaning, not an energetic one. The second warning is not to mix it with other liquids without knowing their function. Many people dilute it with water or perfumes, believing this enhances the effect, but in reality, they weaken it. Alcohol should be used pure or accompanied only by elements known in tradition, such as salt or camphor, which reinforce its cutting power. The third warning, do not use the same spray bottle for cleaning and personal rituals. Always separate objects intended for spiritual use, because mixing purposes can contaminate the energy. What is dedicated to cutting envy must remain sacred for that function. If you pay attention to these warnings, I assure you that the ritual you are about to learn will have a much stronger and longer lasting effect. Write in the comments now, I am fully protected. This declaration not only marks your readiness, but it also opens your energy to receive the step-by-step ritual that follows. Stay tuned because the ritual you're about to learn not only multiplies the power of the three places, it can also shield your energy and open the paths of abundance in ways that few people know. Now that you know the three most powerful places and have heard the warnings, it's time to show you the central alcohol ritual. This ritual is simple, safe, and at the same time incredibly powerful because it turns alcohol into an invisible liquid fire that cuts envy and opens the pathways of abundance. The first step is to take a clean, transparent glass without any drawings. Fill it halfway with 96 degrees alcohol. Then add a tablespoon of coarse salt. If you wish to enhance the effect even further, you can add small pieces of camphor or cloves, known in esoteric tradition for their protective power. While preparing the glass, do it calmly and quietly repeat, here, envy is cut. Here, what is unnecessary is cleansed. Here, my prosperity opens. These words activate the power of the ritual and turn the glass into a true cleaning magnet. Once prepared, place the glass in a central point of your home, or if you prefer, in the place where you feel the heaviest or most accumulated energy. Leave it there for at least an hour, allowing it to absorb and carry away what should no longer be with you. After that time, take the glass to the bathroom and pour its contents into the toilet. While doing so, silently give thanks and declare, What does not belong to me goes away, and what I deserve comes to me. Flush the toilet with the certainty that at that very moment, the negative is cut and disappears, leaving space for abundance and protection. This ritual, although very simple, multiplies the power of the three places where you have already applied alcohol. It's like sealing your home with an invisible circle of protection. It cuts envy, cleanses dense vibrations, and opens the doors to new opportunities. And let me tell you something very important. This ritual alone is already extremely powerful, but there's more to come. I'm about to reveal extra tips that very few people know, which can make the effects of everything you've learned today even faster, more visible, and longer lasting. The first tip is about your underwear. Few people know that the clothing in direct contact with your body absorbs a lot of your energy. If you've ever felt heavy, had days of arguments, or felt sadness, that vibration can remain in your garments. A very simple way to cut that energy is to lightly spray your underwear with alcohol before washing it. There's no need to soak it, just a couple of sprays while declaring, "My energy is cleansed, my body is protected, my abundance flows." This small gesture acts as an energetic reset and makes your personal field feel lighter. The second tip is your bed. You spend many hours there each night, resting, dreaming, and often accumulating worries or repetitive thoughts. Spraying a little alcohol in the corners of your mattress or on the sheets before changing them is a very powerful cutting act. Always do it with the intention of releasing everything that stuck during rest and opening space for restorative sleep. While doing so, you can repeat, "Here I rest in peace. Here my energy is renewed. Here I receive prosperity." And one extra tip I want to give you, if you ever feel your home is especially heavy, mix a little alcohol with a pinch of dissolved salt or a piece of camphor and spray the rooms in a cross pattern. This is a way to seal each space with protection, preventing envy or density from accumulating again. If you put these additional tips into practice, I assure you that the impact of what you've learned today will be even more visible. You'll feel your energy much cleaner, your home lighter, and the path to the prosperity you deserve more open. Most importantly, you'll have the certainty that you are not unprotected because your home and energy field will be sealed against any envy or bad intention. You have taken a huge step today. You now know how to cut envy in the key points of your home. You've activated a safe cutting glass and have extra tools to protect your personal energy. If you apply this consistently, you'll notice more lightness in your home, more calm in your body, and paths that were previously closed beginning to open. Before saying goodbye, leave your final decree in the comments to seal everything we've worked on today. My protection is already sealed. It's simple, direct, and powerful. By writing it, you anchor the intention and make this practice move with more force in your favor. If this content helped you, give it a like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss the next rituals. Share this video with someone you love. Envy sometimes strikes those who least expect it, and this knowledge can be the shield they need. Thank you for being here. Protect your energy, safeguard your home, and let abundance find its way back to you. See you in the next video. See you soon.